First and foremost, for you guys out there wondering, this says OUI. That is we. That is yes in French. Okay. Shout out to my boy Frank Neal. What's good, Knicks fam? It's your boy CK2K. We're doing a bit of a different video today. Before we even get into that, y'all see them. They're there. Check out my social medias. You got me at IamCKTV on Instagram, and you got me at CK2K on Twitter. If you're not following me yet, what are you doing? We talk about the Knicks all the time. I need to get on my posting grind on Instagram, but you know, I do the funny stuff on the Insta stories and whatnot. Also, if you're not subscribed, subscribe right now. Hit that subscribe button, man. We out here, man. It's about to be off season. We got a lot of content coming, a lot of ideas. Y'all need to be a part of this, all right? We're almost at 1,000 subs, or maybe we're at 1,000 subs. Yeah. So if we reach it, hello. Let's get to the video at hand. Now, we all know that the Knicks have been mastering the art of the tank, and we've been going out there losing games the best way that New York Knicks know how, making it look good in the beginning and completely ruining it at the end.
Numbers 5 on 4, open, Redick for 3, yes! J.J. Redick!
So with all that being said, right now we are rising pretty high on the race for that first overall pick, even though it comes down to the lottery and, you know, the ball's going the one way or whatever you want to say. In my opinion, my humble opinion, even with everything that's been going on right now, the highest I think we can get is to the 7th pick in this year's draft. So today's video is going to be my first New York Knicks mock draft, meaning that these are my picks, or who I think we should go after if we have pick number 7 through 10. So we can have pick 7, 8, 9, or 10, and I feel like we should draft one of these guys on this list. So I'm gonna give you my top 3 plus an honorable mention that I'm gonna talk about at the very end. But let's get through this. Throughout this entire video, comment below who you think we should draft. Who do you think we should get if we have that 7th through 10th pick? Who do you think we should nab up? Or if you agree with me, let me know in the comments below. Let's get into my number 1 favorite, who I think would be the best fit for the New York Knicks. Now, if you guys have listened to anything I've said on any of these videos, or you follow me on Twitter and listen to anything I've said on Twitter, you know how I feel about what we should do this coming draft. I feel like the point guard situation, we have options. We're good on point guard for right now. Let's not worry about that this year. I believe that our problem is we do not have a good wing player that could get to the basket, that can play defense, or that can really score on a consistent basis. Now, we've had Courtney Lee, we got Tim Hardaway Jr., we got Lance Thomas, and you see what I'm problem? I said one name that really makes the most sense for our future. So I feel like we need to be looking at the wings in this coming draft. And my number 1 favorite choice that we should pick at either 7 through 10 is okay, see, now this is my problem. I don't know if you say his name Michael or Mikael, because we're gonna say Michael Bridges for right now, and I'll fix it later on. Michael Bridges of Villanova. The kid is an all-around stud. Now, we know Villanova is a team full of great players, great studs, and some could argue that Bridges is probably not even their best player, but he is their best player just because he is the one that's off the ball. And you know, Brunson is a fantastic point guard. Not sure how he's going to do in the NBA. Very curious to see how high or where he even gets drafted. But in my opinion, Michael Bridges is the biggest and has the most upside on that Villanova squad. The dude is a stud. He is a fantastic defensive player. Look at his wingspan. The man can shoot lights out, as we saw on Saturday against who they play? Alabama. That's right. They played against our boy Avery. Well, not our boy, but I'm a fan of Avery Johnson. Yeah, you gotta get him, Dirk. He is the one that literally put the knife in Alabama's heart, letting them know that it not for y'all this year. Shout out to the great season, Colin Sexton. I love you, man. I mean, if we needed a point guard, I would say I'd have you on this list, but you ain't on the list. But Michael Bridges is just a monster. Not only is he a great shooter, the shots he takes with the confidence he has. Like, look at these shots right here.
Drew, no, not again. Bridges, no! Yes! Yes!
The kid shoots them over defenders, face on, Kevin Durant style type shots. Right now, he's very skinny. He's very skinny, very lean, you know, but I love the upside with this dude more so with anybody else at his position in this draft. He's a shooting guard, but he could play the small forward. He can guard at the small forward. He could probably even guard at the 4 because his wingspan is just so beastly. and he is a great player. The dude averaged 18 points and 6 rebounds this past season, but the thing that I love the most about Michael Bridges is the dude shot well over 40% from 3. You wanna know what he shot from the field? 52% from the field. Villanova is one of the best scoring teams in the league. Hugely thanks to Michael Bridges. Well, what so on and so forth, doesn't matter. But in his last game, because he is still in the tournament, in his last game against the same Alabama, he put up 23 points and he shot 43% from the field. The kid is a stud. His defense is very slept on, and I feel like he would be the best fit at that 3. Or he could play, he's a 2, but he could play the 3 alongside of Tim Hardaway Jr. And I think he could instantly start, because I think that's probably our biggest hole, is the small forward position. So Michael Bridges is my first choice. I'm not even gonna continue this video because I want Michael Bridges, but for the sake of the video, here are my other 2 picks. My number 2 selection, in the same, you guys are getting it, would be the other Bridges, Miles Bridges from Michigan State. Now, Miles Bridges showed out the other night. Miles Bridges is a tank. Miles Bridges can probably even be pushed to playing the 4 sometimes, because he is just built. My man is a walking muscle, but the guy has the softest and lightest shot with his left hand. Miles Bridges is a great inside and outside player. His defense is not quite as good as Michael Bridges, but he is a great defensive player as well, and I feel like he could fit very easily with the system that we have, as well as Michael Bridges could. The difference is Miles is a for sure 3 compared to Michael, who is a 3, mostly 2, but he could play the 3. Miles is a definite 3 that could probably play the 4, which is what we need on our team. This Knicks team we have has a lot of guards, and I feel like we need to build our own 3 rather than trying to steal one in the free agency or whatever, because you know a lot of them aren't going to the Knicks, and it's just been the way it is. Now, very similar to Michael Bridges, my man averaged 17 points a game, and he is a sophomore coming out from Michigan State. He's not a freshman as well. Again, experience, somebody that's coming in with some experience. I feel like that would be the move. We don't need a freshman right now. Other difference is, like I said, the man's built like a tank. He averages 7 rebounds per game, and you guys saw him in the tournament. I am filming this before the game against Syracuse, so I don't know how he showed out. I don't even know if they win that game.
A 3, no good. The madness is real. The Orange crushed the Spartans' tournament hopes.
Miles Bridges is my number 2 choice for our pick if Michael Bridges is off the board. Personally, I feel like Miles is probably actually going to go off before Michael Bridges, because I think Michael Bridges is more slept on. But in the situation, in the perfect world, if you know Michael Bridges is gone, we can go after Miles. Now, here's my number 3 pick, and this is one that you guys had to persuade me on a little bit more, because in my opinion, I'm not sure where he would fit at first, but now looking into it, doing some more research, watching more tape, watching more film, seeing where he fits, seeing his scheme and stuff like that, I can see him fitting with KP. My number 3 choice is Wendell Carter Jr. Now, this dude is a beast. Now, when I say what I said there, I'm not saying that he's not a good player. I'm saying I'm just not sure where I think he would fit with our team. Then I can see it now. He would be a solid dude to put next to a KP in the future. Right now, we still do have Enes Kanter, and I feel like we can keep Enes Kanter for a long while because he is a very good complement to KP as well. But in a great situation, or if you know he ends up becoming the superstar that I think a lot of people think that he's going to be, putting him next to KP will be a very, very, very beautiful thing to see. Now, playing alongside the likes of probably one of my favorite players in the draft that's definitely not going to make it down this low, in Marvin Bagley, he has shown out. I mean, he averages about 13 points a game with 9 rebounds and with not as many minutes. Like, the guy is going to be a beast. He is a solid 6'10". He could probably play the 4. He has the range from outside. He can shoot the 3 very nicely, but he's more of a threat on the inside, both on defense and on offense. I like his overall game. I think he'll be great. But my thing is, I feel like we need to concern ourselves more with the 3. But at the same time, if we do draft him, I get it, won't be upset. And I think he will fit very well with the Kristaps Porzingis for the long term. I like that choice. Wendell Carter Jr. I know a lot of you guys out there have been talking about Wendell Carter Jr. So it took me some time to look into it. Always thought he was a great player. Just wasn't sure how he would fit with us. I see it now. I got him on my list. Now, here is my honorable mention. Now, this is in if the case where all these other guys get picked, and this is even if he decides to go to the draft this year, which I think he should not. I don't remember seeing any reports anywhere where he said he was going to come out to the draft. But this guy is homegrown. He is one of our own, and I feel like he would be a great fit for this team as well. He's a bit of a sleeper too. He's a very, very big sleeper too. And my honorable mention goes to Syracuse's own O'Shea Brissett. I love this kid's game. Now, mind you, is 7 high for him? Possibly. If we get the 10th or the 9th pick, I think he can fit there. But realistically, I think O'Shea Brissett's probably going to be in the middle of the draft selection, probably a 15th, 14th pick. But I want to see how he does more in this tournament and where he could be. The kid has a body frame of somebody that can turn into a stud in the league. He is 6'8", 210. My man averaged 15 points a game and 8.9 rebounds. Mind you, he's a 6'8" and he averaged 8.9 rebounds. I love a player that can do everything outside of just scoring. Now, like Wendell Carter, he is my only other freshman on this list, and coming down to experience, Michael and Miles both shoot a way better percentage than O'Shea. O'Shea shooting somewhere around the 34 range from the field and 32 from the 3-point line, which is it's not great, but it's not terrible either. He's still playing for college, and it's for a Syracuse team that doesn't have as many studs as the other two teams I mentioned, like Michigan State and Villanova. But O'Shea Brissett has all of the tools to be a stud. I think he will be another sleeper in my eyes. But I think of the four I listed on today's list, O'Shea Brissett definitely sits at that number 4 spot and probably would be better later on in the draft. But I see him being a killer in this league. He can be a sleeper. He is a package, you know what I mean? Great. He's okay on defense, but the man knows how to get to the board. He's a pretty good passer and he's a pretty good scorer. Just needs to shoot at a better percentage. But what do you guys think about my 4 choices, my top 3 and my honorable mention? Once again, I will say it. Michael Bridges is my number 1. I got Miles Bridges as my number 2, and I got Wendell Carter Jr. as my number 3. My honorable mention is O'Shea Brissett from Syracuse. Let me know what you guys think about my picks. Do you think I'm crazy? Do you agree with me? Do you completely disagree with me? Let me know in the comments below. Who do you want to see us pick? If in a perfect world we get the pick 7 through 10 anywhere in there, who do you guys want to see us pick? Is it Colin Sexton? Is it Wendell Carter? Who do you guys want to see us pick? Let me know in the comments. Follow me on my social medias. Much love. This video ran long. I apologize. Hope y'all liked it. More content coming soon. I'm out of here. Let's get it.